Hi friends, I'm Kirtana Somanchi. Welcome to my channel. And first of all, happy International Women's Day. And I'm so glad that I'm filming this video on this day, and I can't thank you enough for all your personal messages to encourage and support my videos and my channel. And thank you so much. And today's topic is very close to my heart, and it is the 3 essential habits that make your home a better school to your children. As parents, we aspire our children to gain sustainable education, which means to make their values to be compassionate, empathetic, and know the value of time, energy, and money, and how they can utilize them in prudent way. So the current education system play its role constrained to its curriculum, where the children can only receive the small percentage of reliable education. In contrast to this conventional education system, there are plethora of things that the children can receive through exploration, experimenting, experience, and learn right from their home with their families, parents, friends. And having good habits in your family system can develop your children's personality incredibly. So Mr. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, he says that habit as a process but not an event. So the habits play a key role in developing good habits and good lifestyle, and also the reliable education that a child can receive right from home. Let me reveal the 3 essential habits. Number 1 is book reading. This question is to you. Do you read books? Are you a book lover? If so, then your children will be. Books are a bundle of wisdom and the easiest available tool or resource available right in your home, and help you as a teacher, mentor, a friend, and so on so forth. And if you are a parent who read books, then you're predominantly inheriting the learning skill in your children, where they can explore the new world of stories, people, philosophy, spirituality, and characters, and failures and experiences that they haven't heard of, and that they bring good lifestyle changes, and they can overcome their weaknesses. And also this builds their emotional intelligence, and the emotions are like energy in motions. Reading books can build their emotional intelligence, means they can drive their emotions in right direction, so then they can take better decisions and become more wiser. So how do we inculcate this reading habit in real life? My number 1 tip is, I'm not going to recommend any kind of websites or apps, because they again develop a kind of addiction, so they'll be always onto devices. So have a real book in your hands where you can feel tangibly, and this creates a sense of bonding between you and your kid. And also this creates the quality family time and creates engagement, deeper engagement, and you can have a valid discussion, and which will be one-on-one conversation. You can debate, you can create stories out of it. And also Mr. Bill Gates, he always mentions that he always found love with books is because of his parents, who encouraged him to do right from his childhood, and also his librarian from his elementary school, who encouraged him to know more famous figures in the subject of history. Also research indicates that a 10 minutes of reading time in a day can expose your children to 600,000 words in an year, and in that language. And this will also enhance the language skills, and also give a deeper listening skills, reading, writing, and speaking skill. So isn't that great that the language is built by just reading a book? And also expose your children to different kind of books other than stories, novels, once they are into teenagers or want to know more about books. So expose them to different kind of books, and help them to choose better books from the authenticated authors, because you never know what they're gonna become by reading a book. And also ensure that you exercise this activity. Whenever you go to a clinic or go to a cousin's home, let them get the books around their place and ask you what kind of things that they really like out of that book, because we never know what things that really fascinated them. For example, if they grab a car magazine, they might get fascinated with the designs, cars, or the photography or the colors, and which help this particular incident to build their career, and also gives the great turning point in their life goals. And don't worry if your child is not interested in reading books. Somewhere, sometime in future, he or she will cherish the memories of you reading books, and they will certainly take a book in their lifetime and inculcate that habit in future. So create a gathering between you and your children. The second one is to develop financial intelligence. Have you ever wondered that the financial management we do is derived from our parents and elders? Yes, right? There is no better place than home, where we try to get exposed to the finances or the discussions from our parents, and we try to learn the value of money in real life when we grow up, right? Finance or money is the untouched subject in our education system, where we miss out the style or the habit that help us to manage our finances prudently, and know the value of asset creation rather than spending. This is the time where we try to make mistakes of being credit card holders rather than being asset holders. So financial intelligence is one key thing that is essential to every parent as well as children. So Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he underscores one point specifically, that every child should be exposed to finances right from childhood. And he says that money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. And he's absolutely right. When I read this book, my perception and attitude towards spending money on luxury needs has changed totally, and where I started to develop my habit of asset creations. And now here is my point: how do we seed in this financial intelligence in our children? So here is the simple thing. Try out simple things, simple terms with your children, how money comes in and goes out. Let them get exposed to a physical form of savings, and that can be in the form of your wallet, a bag, or a box, or in the bank. And also, if it's expenses, let them get exposed to bills or any particular center that where we pay bills. And also you can create fun activities or games where when they lose out money, and when they win they gain money. And also inculcate this approach, asset creation approach, where you can ask them to raise their own funds out of their pocket money, and they can buy their own asset in the sense that will help them to hone their skills or talent or passion, and that provides them recurring income. Now that asset can be their camera or laptop or a guitar, that can be anything. Now this particular approach will seed in them forever, so builds them this wealth creation and asset creation approach for lifetime. Also expose your children to different finance books and products or tools, or also get the experience from the financial managers or your friends who work in banks or any other financial institutions. Let them be participated in your discussions and get to know more about those products, how they work. And if you're really well versed with the particular product or mutual funds or stocks, let them know completely what is all about, and let them have the curiosity, and that curiosity builds them to go with the next step of financing or planning well to create asset for themselves. And the other point is also let them know how the daily needs are met and how the financial goals for long-term investment like in education or to purchase house, purchase a home or car. And how do you strategize all these long-term goals? And also if you have a teenager, let them know how you treat your debts, how you clear off them early and without delaying them, and what kind of resources or sources you use to pay off them. And ultimately, the benefits out of creating financial intelligence in your children is that they become good investors rather than spendthrifts. They understand the key concept of time value of money, where the money grow in future if invested it today. This is the essential habit that you can help your children to learn finances right from their childhood and help them to be more financially prudent. And number 3 is to be part of responsibilities. What is the sense of responsibility? Responsibility is not thought but is the thing or experience that will be part of a family thing. And responsibilities teaches it anyone to be humble, to be empathetic, and to create good lifestyle, and understand the family core values, being self-disciplined, and so on so forth. And so all these things will reflect in our actions when we are accountable to our time, energy, hard work, discipline, which are carried out to our children automatically. These things will help them to know what they're doing and how they're doing, and also impact the others' life with their actions positively. So how do we cultivate the habit? It's simple. It's that you can involve and allow them to participate in your family discussions, your passion or skills or daily activities, and help them to explain each activity, why you're doing and what is the impact on others of doing in time. So for example, if you're doing garbage maintenance or doing housekeeping every Monday or Tuesday, let them know about the schedule beforehand so that they can adjust their scenarios and can adapt to your situations soon. And if it is something that you want to maintain hygienic, also if you're a singer or a guitar player, let them be participated and let them become keen listeners, and which develop them to become a good audience in their future goals or future steps. Also, you can assign DIY projects to them to decorate their room, organize effectively with their own projects and own creativity. And this responsibility will help them to help their cousin or friends to play a key role in decorating their rooms and put their rooms clean and tidy. There is one simple example I want to share with you, is that my daughter, she loves to play with water, and of course every kid loves to, but it's my responsibility to let her know the value of water and explain her when to use and when not to use. And this small habit can help her to play a key role with her peers, friends or family or teachers, wherever she is, to help to protect the natural resources on our planet. And finally, the responsibilities associated with productivity can yield amazing results while supporting the family, friends, and any other person around them. And also this creates social responsibility awareness, and which helps society with their valuable ideas while protecting the vulnerability and extended natural resources. So these are the 3 essential habits that make your home a better school to your children, and help me to know more thoughts or habits that will help our homes to become better school to our children. And do like it and share it with your family, especially with your kids and to your friends as well.